Kimberly. Thanks for getting this in. I appreciate that you shot something instead of not doing the assignment at all. So that's good. And then I guess I don't know what the story is with why your model back. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. So it would have been good to just, if you could get anybody else, you know, it would have been good to still just shoot a person, because what we're trying to do here is use light as a communicative tool, as an emotive mood set for your shoot. So the lighting is really supposed to lead the viewer into the emotion and the character and the nature of the person that you're shooting, regardless of that person's true nature. So really you could shoot anybody and just use lighting to kind of set the stage for the viewer, to like feed them some of that information. So here what you're using is soft light with a little bit of a spot or something on the background. I'm not sure if that's a spot or if that's some light that you have coming through the background. God, I wish I could close this. How do I close this? Oh, there we go. That's how. So yeah, it looks like you've got a spot on the background. And those are your contact sheets. This is a nice clean image, and yeah, I agree with you. It would have been better to be able to stop down your aperture some more, so you'd have a wider aperture. Well, I guess stop up the aperture, but down in exposure, larger in size. But you know, you do what you can. It's a good time for you to start looking for those fixed focal length lenses that you can add to your arsenal, because they're, you know, it's going to be really expensive to get a zoom lens that's really fast, you know, that has a wide open aperture, but you can get a fixed focal length lens, and, you know, and I recommend anything between 35 and 55. It's just like as low an aperture number as you can find. Just buy it if it works with your camera, and it's just a great tool to have. I use those almost more than I use my digital lenses, more than I use my zooms, because it's just so important to have a fast lens. It's so important. And because of this, because you don't have a terribly fast lens, you're compensating with your shutter. And when I open these up full size, this one has camera shake, and this one has a lot of camera shake. And so, so my advice to you is to, like I said, look for an affordable fixed length lens that has as wide open aperture as you can possibly afford. And if that means going non-digital, that's great. They work wonderfully with a digital camera. You just have to make sure they work. And two, either a cable release for your shutter or a remote release for your shutter, because it looks like the shake is probably happening with the shutter. If you're using your button, your finger to press the shutter release button, I think that's when you're getting your shake on these slow shutter speeds. And you know, with tungsten lights, that's the game, is trying to get rid of camera shake, because they're not as powerful as strobes, so you've got to rely on these slow shutter speeds. So that's it. That's the feedback I've got for you here. The lighting is soft. I don't think it's really doing much to communicate wisdom. And you know, you're really relying on the props here. You know, but you know, it's great. It's great that you got in here and you just got something in, and that's great. So I don't think the lighting's doing it for you, and I think it's good to always be shooting anyways. So I want to say thank you for shooting something. And then I think in this case you had to rely more on props, so the lighting, you're just using soft lighting that's not doing a whole lot. That background spot would be nice, you know, if we could get it out of the depth of field. So again, as soon as you can afford it, get as good a non-digital, or as good a fixed focal length lens with a wide open aperture as you can afford. You know, if that means non-digital, that's fine. And either a shutter release cable or a remote. Okay, thanks, Kimberly.